everybody, I'm Garrett,
And I'm Carolyn.
and we're Diary of a Family.
We're living life intentionally with you this beautiful Saturday afternoon. X marks the spot's already here. They said first! Good cell signal, but poor internet connection. Well, hopefully you'll be able to hang in with us most of the hour. We'll see.
Yeah.
New Horizons is here. Hello. Welcome. We have a fun-packed, I don't know what you call it, show for you. It seems so, like... auspicious to call us a show. I don't think so. But we're going to hang out with you guys today. We want to welcome you to the show. And our question of the day, always right out of the gate. And we'll be repeating this several times so that those coming in will hear it. What do you do to earn money on the road, or what do you plan to do if you are going to go mobile? So that is it. And we have a little bit of discussion towards the end. Plus, sneak peek behind the scenes of the making of a show.
Well,
not really a show.
It's an instructional course at the NRVTA.
We'll tell you a little bit more about that later, so hang on. But for now, yeah. You have anything you want to share? I've been talking, filling the waves. Just push you over.
My brain has been pretty tired from all week of...
I could totally hold this show down. Like, you just go over in your corner, out away from the camera, and I'll run the show, and you do the technical stuff.
You were on a roll. You were doing good. So,
Over the Hill RV is here as well. Hello and welcome.
I definitely say, as a preview, we have some exciting stuff coming up.
We do.
And...
Can you hand me my water?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Let's do that.
Go ahead.
So we have some exciting things coming down the pipeline for Diary of a Family and our family in general. We're going to share a little bit of that in a little bit, but we have so much stuff to talk about.
Just to catch you guys up on what we've been doing this week, and yeah, I mean, it feels like Thanksgiving was just like yesterday, and yet we have done so much between being out on the road and celebrating Thanksgiving with a couple of really awesome people, and then coming back and just like diving right back into it, right?
Yeah, I have about a solid month worth of work camping / projects, and it's going to be very busy. So
there, maybe we should talk a little bit about this. The NRVTA is trying to keep you here,
yes,
indefinitely.
They definitely see the benefit that I can bring to the NRVTA.
That's good.
And so they are trying to convince me not to do the YouTube thing and just do their stuff. And
you guys, we couldn't do that to you.
Yeah. We were like, eh. But half of it is just them being just joking around. I understand where they're coming from.
Each one of them have also been on the road and traveling a little bit at least, and so they all understand that urge and that need to go and see. Yeah, so
we still have the urge to go see. There's so much of the country we haven't seen, and we still want to go there. And if we're stuck here,
our internet is dropping, you guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know what just happened. Anyway,
we're back.
We're back. I don't know what happened. It just all of a sudden the internet was like, boom.
Just dropped. I don't think that was us. That was something else.
Something going on. Nursing Our Travel Bug has joined. Hello, howdy, howdy, howdy.
Now, for those that aren't familiar with your channel, Nursing Our Travel Bug, why don't you tell everybody what you guys do to make money on the road?
That is our question today.
Yep.
What do you do to make money on the road? It can be as short or as long as you want to make it. And those of you who are joining us after the live, please feel free to share in the comments. Yeah. And we will we'll respond. We like to respond and have communication.
Or you can respond in the comments and in the chat.
Sure.
And hit the like button and do all the things. So.
All right. Well, while you guys are thinking about what you're going to share with us, we did get to meet a couple of awesome people
Yep.
While we were camping Thanksgiving. We didn't get a chance to spend very much time with these people, but Tim came and introduced himself right away the first day we pulled in. So Tim and Grace and their daughter from CRV. Garrett's going to get a sticker too.
Come on.
There it is.
There it is.
That's their cute little A-class. The two of them and their daughter live in that. They are actually really good friends with our really good friends, Kent and Lisa, so it felt like we already knew them.
Yep.
But, of course, throughout the week, they had lots of things that they were doing, and we had lots of things that we were doing. So,
yeah.
As we were pulling out, oh, now he needs the water. Oh, he was so kind and muted it for you guys. While we were pulling out, like leaving.
We were hooked up driving out of the loop.
Then these wonderful people. Let's see if we can get it to focus. It wants to focus on you.
My face.
There we go. Bill and Deanna Edminster. They are living the silver life. They were actually hanging out with Tim and Grace for Thanksgiving. So we got to see them in passing and hand them our card and sticker, and we got their card.
The hard part is when you are traveling somewhere and you've already made plans to meet with people and spend time with them. It's really hard to go, oh, look, there's more people. Let's go spend more time with them. It's really kind of hard at times. So for us, it's just...
I feel like it's more the COVID stuff that's kind of keeping us back from like being more out there and open, because we're unsure of how much people want us and our kids with their runny noses around them. I don't know. We are all healthy. We are all doing well. The kids get runny noses every once in a while and coughs, and then they get over it. But yeah, it's so awkward now, and it never used to be awkward. So anyway.
Looks like Nursing Our Travel Bug says they are independently wealthy and live off of their trust fund.
Oh, really? Hey,
sorry.
No swearing on this channel. This is a family-friendly channel.
Bolshevik. Yeah, Bill, we know what you guys do for a living.
New Horizon says we are retired and relaxing. Well, you totally deserve it. If you can get to retirement, you deserve it. Looks
like Bridget is on.
Hi, Bridget.
I wonder if they got in. Did they get in already?
I am unsure what's happening at this point, but there's probably some transiting going on right now with Bridget. So we'll find out. And Bridget, you are welcome to come to dinner if we have anything for dinner. I don't know what I'm doing for dinner.
If you didn't know, they are actually in the park with us. They were doing some travel stuff.
Yep. So we'll get to spend a few more weeks with Bridget and Richard Machida, so we're excited about that. But Bridget, I totally understand if you just want to curl up with your doggies and go to sleep tonight because you've been busy traveling.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Nursing Our Travel Bug says, in the real world, not the world that Bill makes up in his head, Natasha is a travel nurse and Bill is a professional transient.
That sounds a little more accurate.
He's a professional stay-at-home dad. Hey, what happened to that show you guys were going to shoot? You and Bill were going to do segments of like the stay-at-home dad, and now you're going to get a job and can't say that you're the stay-at-home dad anymore.
I'll still pop in as my guest appearances on a show that we never created.
Internet again. I'm waiting for the internet to get better because I don't know if anybody can hear us at all.
No, if it's at 0, there's nothing.
There's nothing going through?
No.
Okay. Can we message that, though? Will it go through on it as a message?
If it's 0.
Nothing goes through, not even a text. Is it... Are we on the park Wi-Fi?
Nope.
We're on ours?
We're on ours. I can try the park one.
Oh, here we go. It's coming back. It is coming back. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what's going on. We are on our hotspot. We have we have used our hotspot for this before. We have data, right? We have data.
Yeah.
It hasn't sent me a message yet. Anyway,
No,
we
it's
didn't
not
say
bad.
anything. I noticed that the internet was going haywire again, and we didn't say anything.
But we're back. Just give it a second to catch up.
It is catching up.
Instead of it dropping a little bit here and there, it's like, and out. And then we're back.
Well, we're going to let Bridget and Richard tell us kind of their whole month when we interview them in a couple of weeks when they're back together again.
Yep.
But we do get to spend some time over Christmas with them, so we're excited about that, that we have friends in the park. I mean, we have friends in the park, but whatever. Nursing our travel bug, no, your connection is not the crappy connection. It is us. For some reason, it keeps dropping, like completely dropping down to 0.
Yeah.
And so we just stop talking until it comes back up.
That is a nice thing about using like OBS is we have a monitor that shows us what our connection is like.
Yep.
And until someone decides to give us free Starlink access to their satellite internet.
What?
Then,
that would be awesome.
Well, that's what one of the things Tesla is working on.
Yeah.
Is their Starlink
so cool.
network.
That is
and I'm
so
like,
cool.
Honestly, the best people to test that system out are people that travel full time.
Yeah. Yeah, please, me, us. We'll test it for sure.
I'll put a hashtag in the description saying we want Starlink.
All right, while our internet is good, let's talk about the domicile chores that we have been doing since we arrived, before Thanksgiving and after, and the number of things that's still left to do. First off, as soon as we rolled into Texas, we were getting our vehicles inspected.
I think within about an hour and a half to 2 hours of us getting into Texas, we were getting our stuff inspected. We have
3 days.
3 days to get things inspected. However, we were like, we don't even want to waste 3 days because we didn't have that kind of time.
Yeah. So if you didn't know, for Texas residency and the vehicle registration, if you are out of state, you can get the registration renewed and them send little tabs to you to stick in your window. But as soon as you come back to Texas, you have to get it inspected. And it is a yearly thing. We knew that.
Well, the nice thing is that the inspections for Texas are only $7.
Yeah, $7.
Which in Washington, it was a little more than that. And and in Washington, you had to do an emissions test.
That was a pain in the
And
neck.
that was a pain in the neck.
What was it, like $25?
Yeah.
For the emissions test?
Yeah, and you were going and you were hoping that you didn't fail emissions so that you would have to go pay money to get it fixed. And, I could go
Okay. We're not going to go on any further than that. But we have been trying to get all of those doctor's appointments and things done because it had been over a year since dentist. And pretty close, I think, to 2 full years since any of us have seen a doctor.
Yeah.
So we wanted to get a doctor established here in Texas and get the kids in to be seen, get us in to be seen. I mean, we've been paying for health insurance. We might as well use it, right? Right? Am I right?
Well, and supposedly we could use our insurance wherever we're at because supposedly that's what we signed up for. But we have found that it's been fairly hard
it's
to
pretty
get
difficult, yeah.
coverage in other places.
Timothy and I did get our eye exams done in Reno before my eye coverage lapsed.
But that was off of your insurance.
Right. It was insurance that I was getting from Atlas. So this is our private insurance that we have been paying for. That is all we have now since I'm not working.
Yep.
And I think it's gone really well. I took the kids in to have their well child checkups a couple of weeks before Thanksgiving, and they're all checking out really well. Edison had a couple of immunizations, and I'm actually taking him back in on Monday because it's been about a month, and he's going to get his last couple of immunizations so that he'll finally be up to date. The other 2, they were up to date before we left, but, it's those 6 months to, 4 or 5 years that you get a lot of immunizations.
Yep.
And we hadn't finished his, so we're going to do that. And then we saw the dentist.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember. You and I saw the dentist before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And then we took the kids back December 1st, and Edison had his first experience at the dentist. But we have a little sneak peek here for you guys. Edison, what do you think?
Excited.
Are you in the big dentist chair?
That was it.
Oh, I thought you were going to put together, like, of all the little pictures. I sent him a bunch of pictures, each of the kids sitting in the dentist chair. That one on the thumbnail is Edison. Oh, so cute. He was just laying in the chair before the dentist came in, looking at the light on the ceiling, just with his mouth wide open. Because I had told him what it was for. It's to help the dentist see in your mouth.
Well, it is the thumbnail. So
it is absolutely adorable.
Okay, come on. Where are you? There it is.
Oh my goodness.
It is the thumbnail photo for this video.
Yeah,
so.
it's good. That's good. They all did really well. Edison's teeth were wonderfully clean, so that's good.
Well, I mean, I brush his teeth every night.
You do. We're teaching him now to brush with toothpaste and spit in the sink, so we're having to do a little bit more of watching him and making sure he's not swallowing. And then Emma had her mouth checked out, said there were a couple of spots where she needed to brush a little bit better, and she had one cavity, so we have to go back for that. And then Timothy's mouth is a mess. It was pretty dirty. I need to work with him and getting all his teeth cleaned when he's brushing, and he had 3 cavities.
I think we thought we had it down with him, but then we never really checked up on him.
It was a struggle too, I think. Yeah. In the beginning, you had to find a special app to even get him to want to brush his teeth without flipping out, screaming and crying about it.
He's one of those that if he's not comfortable with it, he will
fight it.
Fight and scream and just... You're like, wait a minute, it's just a toothbrush.
Yeah.
I mean, trying to get him to eat fat, it's like, no, this is good. This is brain food. We've been recently going, I don't like that. That's yucky. That's fat.
Oh,
Ew.
but wait a minute. You haven't even tried it yet. So,
anyways.
He, looking at his x-rays with Dr. Richards, it's obvious he will probably need some sort of orthodontic braces to spread his teeth out and such. Which we kind of knew that was the possibility since you had a lot of work done. Yeah. And actually, my dad is getting some braces and taking care of his teeth right now too. And
really?
My sister needs that, and several of my family members have needed orthodontic. You're
one of those that
have not
perfect.
I have not. The dentist asked if I had braces.
He took X-rays of mine. And he's like, "Yeah, you had a lot of work done, didn't you?" And I'm like, And he was literally like, not that tooth, not that tooth, not that tooth, not that tooth, not that tooth. I've had about 8 teeth pulled out of my mouth.
Yeah.
And that's not including all the wisdom teeth that were taken out.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my goodness. I actually need to take good care of myself as well. I'm having some bone loss right up in the front, so I'm hoping that we've found it and can do something to, I don't know. I'm following all the doctor's directions that I can to maybe hopefully keep that bone from breaking down, because you can't regrow the bone.
Yeah.
And it might mean, if it keeps receding, if that bone keeps breaking down, I might have to have some sort of dental surgery. I don't really want to do that, but anyway. For right now, my main focus is on getting the kids' cavities taken care of and teaching them to brush better, and then we'll continue to see the dentist on a regular basis instead of leaving this huge time between dental visits.
And if the NRVTA has their way, we'll be back here more often, and we can get more regular appointments.
So doctor's appointments are coming up for Garrett and I, because we haven't had a yearly physical wellness check. I've had the cursory, like the ones you have to take before starting a new job, just to make sure that you can bend and lift and climb and those kinds of things. So
make sure you're mobile and not an invalid in a wheelchair.
Anyway. X marks the spot says the D-fan keeps growing. I know. I am so glad that you guys are being able to spend some more time with Roger and Tina. because I know it was kind of sad for us to see them in passing and then not be able to see them.
Yeah, they came in and then they're like, "Hey, we're here." And Tina's not feeling well, and then the whole rest of the time Tina was not feeling well, and
I totally understand that. There are days that I'm like, I just want to curl up in my bed and sleep. I don't feel good, but of course the kids make me get up, regardless.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you don't have the choice.
Don't have the choice.
So, did we want to do that other video?
Yeah.
Of Eddie playing.
Yes. So school is going well, and we have a little video to share with you. But first. Emma has written an entire story, and so I have to find some way of getting her to type it up and put it in a book somehow. She's super excited with that. She's doing a lot better with her division and her multiplication. So I think it's getting easier for her. And then my mind is just blown with how well Timothy is picking up on reading and writing. It's been a struggle. He's fought it a lot, but he's got the mind for it. He just has to set his mind to it.
It's so funny. Once he gets it, he embraces it, and it's fine. But until then, it is like, I mean, I guess if we could actually be pulling teeth while we're pulling teeth, he wouldn't have the carotid issues with his mouth.
Okay, shut up.
All right, I'm going to be banned soon.
So, what surprises me, too, is just Edison and his sponge-like brain. So Timothy is learning this poem in his language arts book, and this little clip kind of shows you Edison has, just hearing Timothy and I repeating it, he picked up on several of the lines, and then he had to pick up his little ukulele, and he was putting those words to music. So, enjoy this.
I poke up my head. And I sing, I poke up my head and my bed, and I sing,
Good job. Okay, Timothy, come and say your rhyme on the camera, because Eddie's putting it to music.
Can you say to me my rhyme?
The one at the sleepy time? No.
The singing time.
Singing time. Okay, go ahead.
Singing time. I wake up early, and always the first thing I poke up my head, and I sit up in bed, and I sing, and I sing, and I sing.
Good job. It's a work in progress. We'll get it memorized. Isn't that adorable?
He is loving. I think all of our kids. We just need to keep at it with music.
Yep.
And they'll take off with it. I mean, we both play instruments ourselves, so.
Yeah. I mean, we need to spend more time doing it. I don't know. It's been several months since you touched the guitar, and it's been a couple of weeks since I touched the piano. But we need.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So, New Horizons says future rock star musician. Yeah, maybe.
Possibly. He is. I think he's the one that is taken to music most naturally.
Yes, he has like an instinctive rhythm. Even as a very young child, a baby, you could see him tapping out rhythms, and I think they all have that capability of hearing and doing music and being artistic. But he, especially Edison, has.
He doesn't have to try. It just is there. You can tell someone that's like naturally a musician. It's just like everything is just like, just tapping the good.
They've got a song in their head.
They got the song going. They have like something going. Their foot is tapping something.
It's funny though. All three of my kids have gone through phases where I start singing a song and they're like, "Shh, mommy, shh, no, don't sing that song." And I'm like, "It's a free world. I want to sing it."
Yeah.
And I end up stopping singing because they're so insistent and so loud. And then I'm just like, well, whatever. I'm wearing my avocado shirt today.
Woo!
I'm one cool avocado. One cool avocado.
Yes, thank you again, Mel and Eddie, for those shirts.
Super excited to go to the court site and see everybody.
Yeah,
looking forward.
Yeah.
So behind the scenes. So what are you doing right now for the NRVTA? This is kind of your RV tech tip segment, you guys. But he's going to tell you a little bit about what you're doing. I mean, what you can share.
Well, primarily I'm doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff, but also videotaping, recording B-roll and the classes. Basically, videotaping the classes, not like the content of the classes, but like people's interactions in the class. And this week it was the fundamentals class, and so I got to interview some of the new students coming in, find out what brought them to the National RV Training Academy. And then we interviewed them kind of getting to the end of the week, being like, how's your brain now?
Is it about to explode?
Is it about to, well, not necessarily explode, but mostly melt.
Oh, okay. Like
it's just like
fusion. Like complete
yeah.
meltdown.
There were some of the students that was like, I'm literally not learning anything right now because I can feel the information just bouncing off my head. And you're like, I know. Just wait till you do all 5 weeks back to back. I had
Your brain didn't melt.
No.
You did okay.
But it was like 1 week, and then you have like 2 days, and then boom, another week, and then 2 days. And so there were some times I was like, well, like okay, I'm done with this week. I passed this week. What's next week? Oh, what's going on? It turned out fine. And I mean, I'm glad that I wasn't a little bit older, because I know a lot of those guys, they made it through that 5 weeks, but my word, he thought I was in a bad shape. They were in.
Because it had been years and years since they've been studying in school.
Well, and it had been a long time for me too, but
yeah,
a lot of them have gone
good.
through a lifetime. I mean, about the same amount of time I've been alive was the last time they were in school.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and that's the nice thing about the NRVTA is it is really tailored towards adult learners. So it's made for people who have not been in school for 30 years.
Yeah.
But also for people that are looking for a new vocation or looking for a new trade.
Yeah.
They can learn at any age. We had a guy in my class.
You're going to share all this in a series. So don't give it all away now.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell them what you're doing for the NRVTA right now? Because you've finished all these classes. Tell us what you've been doing.
I've been. I mean, the simplest answer is work camping. So I'm doing all the behind the scenes. I'm recording videos. If you go to the National RV Training Academy's YouTube page, some of the videos that recently came out, I shot those, and then me and Tony, depending on who had the most time, would edit that video.
Good.
But
so it's marketing.
It's marketing.
Yeah, that's great.
And that's what the NRVTA needs. It needs the marketing and the exposure, especially in the RVing community, and into those people who might want to do this as a career, because there's such a disparity of good certified people that can work on RVs, and how many people that own RVs.
Yeah, I mean, even taking your RV to a shop, these guys don't have this background, they don't have this knowledge and this training.
Yep.
So having the school and pushing it out to as many people as possible will maybe elevate that industry, because so many of us rely on it to keep our homes running properly.
Well, and there's a big need for even qualified people in an RV dealership. So if you had this certification, you could go to an RV dealership and say, hey, I would like to work. I'm a certified RV technician, and their jaws will probably drop on the floor being like, what?
Because right now they usually use unskilled laborers, and they train them on the job.
Yes. Okay. And so a lot of them, they only know what has been taught to them. and the person that taught them might only know what was taught to them.
Right.
And so a lot of them have skills that they've learned and knowledge that they learned, but they don't know why they know it.
Right.
Or they don't know the proper process to figure things out.
X marks the spot says, is it helpful to get to hear all the info again as you work with them in the classroom for marketing?
Yeah. A lot of times though, I mean,
refresh your brain on.
It refreshes a little bit, but I'm in and out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm catching like, talking about Watt's law and Ohm's law, and then I'm back away, and then I'm coming back in there talking about, a candy cane water heater or a candy cane heating element for a water heat or for a refrigerator, and then I'm back,
So you're getting snippets, so it's not really like a good refresher.
But the information that you receive in the advanced courses,
that cements it.
I understand what that candy cane does. I don't need to go and have a fundamentals refresher on what that does, because I already know what it is. I know how to check it to find out if there's something wrong with it.
Yeah. So we have a little segment here you shot, and it's like roughly edited.
It's roughly edited, but it was something that we did this afternoon. That was.
So you and Tony have been setting up a studio, and next week when there is no fundamentals class going on, you guys are going to basically shoot the entire fundamentals class.
Yes, we're going to shoot as many of these classes as possible to get them in an online format to be able to provide a service depending on which way the world goes. I mean, so we're preparing for the future by trying to get as much
possible lockdowns or more difficulty in having
but also for even if we don't lock down, if there's another state that says we won't let you travel, we can say, come take these courses from where you're at. There's lots of different angles that we can come to you, where you don't have to come all the way down to Texas to do this course.
Is not for us to share. That's for the NRVTA to let you guys know. But here's a little snippet of this studio setup. It's pretty rad.
Welcome to my day job. I am over here at the NRVTA, and we are about ready to start a brand new project, and I wanted to show that to you guys. Oh, got white curtains there. Let's show you this. The cameras. We got 3 cameras. Got some lights. Another camera. We got a control system. Now, if you've never been in video or production work, you might be asking yourself, what's all this stuff for? Well, we are starting a reshoot of a lot of the videos within the National RV Training Academy, and one of the things we want to do is reshoot a lot of the basics and the fundamentals. So we're setting up a classroom that has multiple cameras that the instructors will be able to talk about each of the different subjects, and we can get it in crystal clarity, in full HD, all that crazy cool stuff. So, but I will show you in a little bit what it looks like when we're full steam testing it out. Now today we're only testing this system out. Starting Monday, we're going to start the production side of it, which is going to be fun because it's going to be some long days. But we're excited. We have this cool little device here. It's a video switcher. I've always wanted to try one of these out. I've seen it before, but I've never actually used it. But now we're getting to use it, which is pretty exciting. Our main camera, which is a Panasonic Lumix GH5S. We have a Panasonic GH5, another GH5S over there, and then a G7 sitting up there. Now, I don't expect you to understand what that means, but they're basically a Lumix mirrorless camera, and they're pretty nice cameras to work with, and they're what the NRVTA prefers to use. So this is the camera I've been running around here at the NRVTA with, interviewing people and doing work here. So
This is the middle camera.
Number 2. Say number 2.
And then this one here is that camera right there.
Second reason that kids need iPhones.
Try that. See what? Press it and look at this.
Is
So that's going to go to that camera. See? So now we're going this way.
Education.
Now press this one
Yep.
right there. And now we're split screen.
And
This top one is going to be the left screen, and this bottom is going to be the right
you
screen.
get to know how
So we can choose.
to make a YouTube channel.
You hit them like Buddy the Elf.
Do you think you like that kind of
He's
stuff?
gonna do a trick.
All right, now see this one?
I'm gonna
This
do a
one
trick, guys.
switches it up
I'm
and
going
down.
to do
So
a
if you do,
trick.
isn't that neat?
Take
Okay,
your arms
now
out.
check this out.
Don't touch it.
We're gonna
Say,
put.
look.
See this? Go ahead and slide this down. Right here. Watch this. Now slide it up.
Slide it up.
See how it flips back and forth? And if you slide slowly,
Pretty cool.
look, you can see them both, and then it goes there, and then you see them both.
I will be more
Pretty
than
cool, huh?
happy to answer.
Buttons. Don't.
And that's
Somebody
how
ask
4-year-old
me a
transitions.
question.
And
I'll ask you a question. You on Cool TV?
you may end up being a DJ.
Somebody ask me a question. So. Oh,
You want to try it too? All right, you gonna go and film?
Ooh, what are you doing? What's that?
Watch the cords.
Hold the fancy.
Oh,
Oh,
Emma.
hold on. Here.
Emma.
You're a little big for a lap.
My name is
Emma. Go
Eddie.
go videotape with that Eddie.
Fishy.
All right, so this one.
I want
we're
this
gonna,
one.
Yeah. Poem.
Why is it so dark?
You remember?
Cool, we can press buttons and they change.
Let's see. So how does it go?
It's called a video switcher.
I wake up in the morning.
Feeling like
And I always
PJ.
do very poke up my head and I sing. Poke up my head and I sit up in bed and I sing and I sing and I sing.
You got it. You got
Come on,
it right.
go to the can we start some? I want to start again.
Morning
Come on,
early.
Mom, again. Okay, everybody, get ready, and then we start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're on. Welcome.
So, yeah, show them how to put them in wicks, and then when they're able to get to the store in wicks, then
Very
they
diverse.
Go, Timothy. You're the weather reporter. Hello. This is the weather report, and I'm telling you that there's gonna be a big
it's gonna
storm
be really
in
black out.
Hawaii.
Storm in
And
Hawaii.
also, we are going to get a bit of rain in October.
And we just lost our feed.
Bit of rain.
And also, we are going to have a flat summer with nice warm.
We have lots of stuff that we're planning on doing this coming year. Let's get back to our live stream, and we'll continue to talk about that. Yes. So Edison definitely is a natural on camera, and he's generally has a really nice, positive
Demeanor. Yeah.
which is nice to have. Even
I
though,
mean, he's grown up in front of the camera.
yeah,
And he sees mom and dad talk to the camera all the time, and yeah.
It's no
Oh,
big
he's
deal.
all about the buttons.
Oh,
All
yeah.
about the buttons.
To answer X marks the spot's question, is it helpful to hear all the info again to work with them in the classroom for marketing? Yes. One of the things that the NRVTA is trying to do is create a library of all the content and all the classes that they offer, so that they can provide either refresher courses. Let's say I'm an RV tech, but I don't work on a lot of AC units, but I work on tons of furnaces and hot water heaters and things like that. I could take just the refresher course on just the AC units and just kind of get my brain refreshed in that area so I can keep myself up on it.
Well, I see this great progression with it used to be just a one-man band traveling around the United States for these fundamentals classes. And then Coop was like, no, can't do this anymore. And we got to find a place to have where people can come to us. And then the big red schoolhouse coming to being.
Yeah.
And now their classes are blowing up, but because of kind of the situation in our nation right now and around the world, just seeing them realize, yes, we need to get all of these classes recorded as soon as possible so that they are easily streamed from any location. It shows that they are willing to continue to grow, and that they're not going to become stale, I think, and outdated. They're going to continue to pursue more and more being more relevant to.
Well, and when I first was introduced to the NRVTA, it really it was a different animal. Really, I mean, Mr. Cooper had taken it from, I mean, they had just finished the Big Red Schoolhouse when we kind of showed up here. And so there were still a lot of things that were not done.
Yeah.
And their class sizes were still like 10, 15 people.
Yeah.
And by having a team of people come on board, like Tony, like a lot of the office staff there, they have really been able to get out there and reach people.
We're excited. It's we see it blowing up. It is fantastic. But they're trying to suck Garrett into this thing that they have created, and I'm like, please, we want to travel and see the United States before we settle down. Please.
I mean, I definitely see this turning into like contract work for me, being able to, hey, we need to do this project. Can you come in for a couple weeks?
But at this point, we're not putting any eggs in any basket. And we'll let you know when we have made decisions and signed contracts. But at this point, I've been getting myself updated with my company because there were a few things that had lapsed.
Yep.
Kind of getting myself ready and psyched out and geared up for searching for a job. We haven't changed our plans to not have me work. I will be working at some point somewhere. So California Travel Videos joined us. Welcome.
Hello.
Yes, we were a bit brave to take all our kids in there, but Tony is so like chill and relaxed when it comes to kids. And he's like, "Oh no, they're not gonna bust any buttons. No, let him play."
All the crazy buttons that they could mess something up permanently are pretty much out of their reach, or at least out of Edison's reach. So, and the little switcher is.
Oh, Edison was having so much fun. And Emma wanted to have her a little bit in there too, and she's like, "I want to be a YouTuber. I want to do this. I want to do that." I'm like, "There's no money in YouTube. There's no money in YouTube. Yeah. Don't become a YouTuber."
So yeah, our current plans are we're going to Quartzsite. That's still there. We're still going. I'm still going to be doing as much work as I can while we're there. So let me know if you are going to Quartzsite and you want me to do some work on your rig, so that we can kind of figure out what I need to bring and what I need to get ready when we get there. And then we plan on at least doing one or if not two contracts next year.
Yep, I need to
while I do RV tech stuff, so we can kind of double team it a little bit. So.
Yeah, and I mean, we are so looking forward to the travel again and seeing more people. Thanksgiving was a little bit of a taste of that and was just such a blessing. Even with, some of the weather being a little chilly and cold towards the end and kids starting to get little crappy noses. And everybody is getting better, though, now. I feel like our colds are kind of, it just takes rest, sleep, water, vitamin C, and they work through it, Fun, Yeah. Kids have to catch everything. Like everything. But
I'm looking forward to just getting and starting to fill out our map so it doesn't look so wonky.
Yeah, we have that little spot.
Our map really looks like
we don't have.
Look, they jetted from here to there, and they went from here to here. Instead of like, oh look, they're nicely filling. You look at some of the.
We don't have Colorado. We don't have
Kansas
side by side. So. But all around it, so there's that hole. We have traveled a good lot of the country, so I think we're doing a really good job. So.
Mile wise, and I think state wise, we're doing good.
That's probably
That's just charging.
It's the hotspot been charging.
It's saying it's
beep beep
up.
beep beep. All these beeps in the office
What's
here.
What's going on? Yeah.
Okay, we're good. Hope. Yes, Thanksgiving was awesome. I mean, it would have been nice if it had been nice and warm and not rainy the whole time.
Yeah.
But we may do, right? We may do.
Well, I mean, Thanksgiving Day was fine. But yeah, we had a couple of days.
X marks the spot says Hope needs a babysitting and homeschooling gig. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, you can come to travel with us once we're rich millionaires traveling on the road, and we'll just hire you as our teacher.
Oh my goodness. Do I want Emma to be a nurse? I don't know, guys.
That's a hard question.
I mean, if she wants to do that, I'm not going to stop her, but it takes a special kind of person, and it takes a special kind of person to not get burned out and to not take it the wrong way. And I feel like I went into nursing with this preconceived notion of what it's going to be like, and then it's become this other monster that even like people who've been in nursing for like 30 plus years are like, yeah, it's not the way it used to be. You know, nursing used to be about the patient, taking good care of the patient. Now it's all about hitting those marks and making the hospital money and, you know, just political. I mean, they're trying to make medicine better for people, but in the end, they're taking the humanness out of it.
Yeah.
So.
It feels like to me that they're trying to make things better by making it more administrative. But if you add more clerical, you add more bureaucracy, it doesn't make anything better. It just makes it worse.
Yikes. There are toll roads in Colorado?
Yeah.
$40 of tolls for Colorado. That is just crazy. I thought
We
that was
haven't
like
hit the East Coast yet.
I thought that was like an East Coast thing. Like, dude.
I was talking to one of the full-time families at Lake Whitney, and he was like, we went through New York to travel with his dually. No trailer, no nothing. Just on some of the highways. $50.
What?
For a dually truck to go on the road because they consider it commercial.
What?
You cannot say
it's a
this.
private vehicle.
Yes, but it doesn't matter to them in New York law or New York code.
You can't own a dually
anything with double axles is commercial vehicle, and you are taxed as a commercial vehicle.
Yikes.
That's it. They don't give any. So to me, it's like.
Remind me not to go to.
I think I'll stay one night in New York to say
that
we stayed in New York.
Get our
we're
sticker
good,
on our map.
and then everything else will be in another state that is like you can drive to New York and just do something. We don't have a dually, so we don't have that kind of thing. Yeah. But it would be worth it for us to just get like a train ticket.
Yeah, and just see.
Go into the city.
Yeah.
Type of thing. So.
Oh, Hope. She'll do babysitting and homeschooling for hugs and kisses. Oh my goodness, you got so many hugs and kisses from Edison while we were hanging out with you. I could see every time you asked, he would go and do it.
Hope also said that most of the administrators have never taken care of patients at the bedside.
Oh my gosh, they have no idea what we go through.
Yep.
No idea. Nursing is all about the bottom line in the hospital. It so is.
Yeah. So. California Travel Videos is saying that upstate New York is great and the state parks are fabulous.
Yeah, I want to see upstate New York. But I mean, I don't even have a desire to see New York City. I don't. Like, we saw St. Louis. St. Louis is great. I enjoyed St. Louis. But it's much smaller and less crowded and anyway.
We're not city people, if you can tell.
We're not. We'll enjoy that out. I want to be out. I want to be boondocking somewhere. I want to be away from the crowds and the noise. Yeah.
So one of the reasons we have decided to talk about careers and work on the road is we're going to be talking about that on our Wednesday video. So we wanted to kind of get that working in your guys' brain, especially for you that aren't traveling yet, but you really are interested in possibly learning how to make money on the road. There's lots of different ways, and we want to share how we're doing it.
Yeah. We'll share what we have done so far, how we're bringing in money right now, and plans for the future that may or may not materialize. We have lots of ideas, and that's the whole thing. Don't ever put all your eggs in one basket, because at some point that basket may be dropped.
Yeah.
You
Well, and
want to
we-
have multiple cash flows is what we are learning as we set up this new business.
And one of the crazy things, we've been travel nursing for 2 years. And every time we were not on contract, we were almost more stressed out to either getting a new contract or trying to get to that next contract, because when we're not on contract, you're not making money.
No paycheck. So you almost have to do it back to back, which some people can do if they are traveling alone or traveling with just two of them and fly to wherever they go, because you can be there quicker.
Yep.
For us, it takes us, well, we choose all these contracts like 1,500 miles, 1,800 miles, 2,000 miles apart. And so it takes us a week and a half just to drive
Both of
there.
those contracts were like, we were looking for any contract anywhere.
And that's one thing you run into as well. You may not get the contract you want in the location that you want at the time that you need it.
Yep.
And so having multiple forms of income so that you can get by when you don't have contracts it's the way to go.
Or take over for contracts if it goes out well enough. So
Yeah. Anyway, Denise is here. Garrett's mom is here. It's easy to get in and out of New York City from New Jersey. Good to know.
no, we're not really YouTube celebs. We really don't have that many subscribers.
You guys, there's no money in YouTube, okay?
Yeah.
No money. I mean, you put so much money into it, getting the gear, getting the cameras,
Well, the
spending
amount of
the time,
effort you
learning,
put in, yeah.
editing. I mean, the amount of time that Garrett has put into editing the videos for you guys and us sitting here and enjoying time with you, we haven't even earned a penny yet, really.
Yeah. Well, and everything that we've been earning, we're putting back into the channel. So, I mean, that's why you're seeing upgrades with the channel. All the camera that we have, it's because of, what you guys have, our viewership and AdSense revenue and stuff, which is great.
It's a pretty sweet camera.
Yeah.
But
it's still not enough to pay the bills.
Nope.
So
YouTube does not pay our bills, you guys. Thank you so much for watching our videos and supporting our habit. It is our habit to spend time with you.
Yeah.
It is our love and our desire. It's a hobby at this point.
Yeah. Well,
we
we
are
love
not
the
YouTube
community.
celebs.
I mean, we found a community.
Yeah. And we hope that we
within
are
our
supporting.
viewers.
We hope that we are supporting this YouTube community as well. I am so happy when I see people on our chat catching up with each other, chatting back and forth. This is a chance for you as well to hang out and be a part of this full-time, this travel family. California Travel Video said, I had 2 customers who were travel nurses after their kids left home. They were loving life and exploring new places. Sounded awesome. It's so much fun.
It really depends on how much your expenses are.
Yeah.
For us, it's so hard with having to have insurance, especially with the family, because our insurance is by far
the most expensive.
It doubles any other bill that we have
Yeah.
when we have to pay for our own insurance.
Yeah.
And if we had all the money coming in, we wouldn't even be thinking about it. But because of the fact that
Aw, Hope Mark says that we are her favorite YouTube channel. Well, thank you. You're kind of our favorite too. All of you are. But those of you that we've gotten a chance to build a relationship with, thank you so much for taking that time and making us feel pretty darn special, actually. I mean, our first sort of Diary of a Family meetup last year was kind of a, hey, where are you going to be? Oh, okay, we're going to show up. And we had the LaRues and the Marks show up and just be like, we feel like we know you because we've been watching you so much. Yeah. And it's just built such a great community for us. We feel very, very loved, very supported by all of you. So.
Yeah. And depending on how things go, we'd love to try and coordinate another meetup. I mean, technically, if you're going to Quartzsite or you are anywhere near there, come and see us out at Quartzsite.
Yep.
We'd love to meet you guys there.
Maybe we'll figure out a specific time or day, and make it just a hangout with Diary of a Family Day. We'll see.
When I'm not fixing everybody's rig.
All right, so that is the plan for Wednesday's video. We have not shot it yet. Garrett has some great ideas. We'll probably shoot it tomorrow. Praying for good weather, good sunshine.
I think it'll be fun.
And we'll just go a little bit more into depth into what we do.
Yeah.
And what we are planning to do to support our families, because this makes so much sense for us to shoot this video right now when we have like zero money in the bank.
Yeah.
Zero money in the bank that is ours.
Yeah, it's been rough.
But
it's, I think the
we
transition, we had a goal.
We have a goal. We had a goal in mind to get you through the training and get our business set up, and we're still in that process. It feels a little bit like we had to go backwards to go forwards, but I think it's been a good decision for us. I hate being in debt, you guys. I hate it.
But we also weren't we weren't really getting ahead during doing travel nursing. So
no, we were not getting ahead because
Yeah.
it costs money to get there, and it costs money to go from there. And if the contract is not
our contract at Reno was really, really good, and then they canceled us 5 weeks early. So
yeah.
it was like, oh.
Well, California Travel Video says we are hoping to go. Depends on a few factors between now and then. Well, shoot us an email, connect@diaryofafamily.com, if you are going to be there and what dates, and we can hang out. Totally.
Absolutely.
We are not snobs
No.
at all.
No, not at all.
And we might seem a little frazzled, depending on what's going on with our children at the time, but we will make time for you.
Yeah.
Where is Jason? Dun, dun, dun.
Jason is, Jason is, the LaRues are up in Sulphur Springs, Texas.
Yeah.
So they are.
We won't share any addresses or anything like that.
We'll leave their, like, they're still trying to figure out. They're one of those that they like to test the water, like, should we do this? Should
There's
we not?
also
Should we do this?
just some family stuff going
Yeah.
on in the background that they have been drawn into and have to kind of be there to support and take care of.
Yep.
So at this point, they would love to be out on the road, experiencing, at least going out and venturing out as a family for camping.
Well, and they both
and
have
they have not
jobs that
been
they
able
could
to.
do contracts
Yes.
work with. So
Yep. So they can. Caravan Q21, that is the plan.
yeah, we're still planning on that. That hasn't changed.
We're planning on that.
It depends on where you guys are at. If you guys are like Southern Texas, maybe like you gotta meet us
we're gonna
halfway.
have to meet at some point. So
Yeah.
we are excited for Courtside 21. I think we end every single episode on Q21
Yep.
now.
You can go to, if you're trying to find more information out, I will type it in for you.
livinglightrv.com/Q21 That's got a lot of the information about where we're going.
Or the meetup that we're going to.
And at this point, I don't think that we have any the location actually pinned down as to where we're going to be. But probably somewhere off of Plumosa. Is it Plumosa Drive?
Plumosa Road, Plumosa Drive. Something like that.
Coordinates are coming. So hang on.
Yeah. Well, it's about that time. Got an hour though.
California Travel Video says yes. LOL. What did I say? It was probably me rattling, wasn't it?
So, yeah.
I said, I guess. I say too many things. I need to shut up.
The thing is that you have to kind of get there. There's no reserving sites. And so whoever was one of the first people to get there has to get the GPS location out, send it out to everybody. So once we're like within a couple days of the meetup, then, we'll be sending out the coordinates for people to come meet up with us.
Yes. Hey, everybody, do us a favor and hit that thumbs up button so that this video gets seen. Thank you, all of you, for coming and hanging out with us for this hour. It's been a lot of fun.
California Travel Video is saying where.
Oh, where are we from? Oh, right? Where are we from?
Where you're from? Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, we're from Washington State originally. We're in Texas now. Texas residents.
Yep.
We're hanging out at our domicile location, and the plan is to head towards Quartzsite sometime in January. So we'll be there. X marks the spot. Says jumping off point at Thousand Trails Lake Medina, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mean literally. I mean, why is he missing here and now in the chat? Are you talking about Jason again? Probably.
I think so. Yeah, I don't know. They get really busy.
They do.
And then he watches our videos.
He works
after.
24-hour shifts,
Yep.
sometimes back to back, and then he's homeschooling his kiddos now. And then of course Rebecca works night shifts. So, and she works at 2 different locations, but.
So you asked where we were from.
Yeah.
Oh, we're like saying things that we're not even. Yeah.
Sometimes the little thread on our comments, I'm like, I'm trying to remember what's going on. Where is California Travel Videos from? Can I guess? California? It's in your name. Did I get it right? They're probably going to say, no, we're from Buffalo.
Well, it sounds like they have traveled up to New York. They were giving some information up in New York, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to go ahead and sign off.
I want to find out if I was right. Is
Okay,
California
we'll
Travel
hang out.
Videos, are they from California? If they're even still on. We're local. We're crazy, you guys. We're crazy.
Ding,
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 ding.
ding. I did it. I did it. Yes. All right. Now that we are clear as to what you were trying to communicate to us in the chat.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm just like, I'm so stupid. What? I should have understood that.
Well, we just get on a roll and we start talking, and then all of a sudden we're like, wait a minute. People are answering our question, and we forget what question we asked.
Anyway.
Anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed this hour of fun.
Yes.
We've enjoyed it. Make sure to stay tuned for our Wednesday video.
We would still like to know what you do to earn money on the road.
Or what you would
that.
like to do.
What
if
you would
don't
like to do.
Do that already.
Right.
They
Welcome
said
to my husband's world.
Yeah.
Thank you, California Travel, for just understanding and letting us be stupid on live. I said it. Facebook.
Live stream.
Haha, live stream. Live YouTube.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And as always, live life intentionally.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.